recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of Emmett's fun.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Also, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage left. Don't let the virtual doorknob hit you on the way out. Okay? And so also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, so let's get into it. Hello, Wavy, though. Gina is in the house. Sandra, above all the drama. All right, Buckhorse DC, the lovely T. Emperor Rex is here. Courtney J, Mr. Mystical Black Realms. Sandra is here. DeBear, Nessa G, Broken Silence. All right, Bithia, Cherokee Descendant Dale, Sean R's in the house. Viva is here. All hell no, Juju B. Okay, A.O. God, or Ao God, I don't know how you're saying that. Coco Marshmallows, Queen Sam, Nessie X. Edward is in the house. Jeff ATL, Chop Gandhi. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it, Queen Amoni Hewitt. Claudette, I see you, beloved. All right, Monica is here. Miss Cookie's in the house. Okay, so let's get into it. I apologize for my tardiness, beloveds. I have no excuse. None whatsoever. So let's get into it. Everyone, please go ahead and like and share this video. You all know how they do the Queen on these ScrewTube streets. Okay? So first things first, we're going to be talking about Tupac's murder again. Okay? Excuse me. We're going to be talking about Tupac's murder again. And I believe I showed you all the video that I did about Tupac's murder that got like over 800,000 views. I think I showed you all that already. So we're going to start with some interviews from Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. Okay? And when he's speaking to detectives and some more people who are talking about exactly what happened and all of that. And I want you to pay attention because the detective specifically says that people have named Diddy. Now, if people were talking about Diddy all these years ago, how come Diddy's not already in jail? I just want you all to pay attention. But also, we're going to talk about after this about the lyrics. Y'all see how Young Thug and YSL is on trial? Well, at the end of the day, Diddy said some things in his lyrics too, okay, that add up to some of the things that witnesses have said. So we're going to get into it. All right, so first, let's get into these receipts on film. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Puffy Combs denies having any association with Keefe D or hiring Crips as his security. However, a slew of witnesses confirmed that Puffy Combs and Zip and the Southside Crips were all connected.
Puff had a friend. It was just like somebody that's cool with him and everything like that. And he had a bunch of friends that was Crips and everything. So when I went,
you remember what this friend's name is?
You know, Zip. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Keefe D's childhood friend and fellow Southside Crip, Terrence Brown, also confirmed that Puffy, Zip, and Keefe D all knew each other quite well.
Like Keith met Puffy through Zip. But everybody knows Zip's from New York when he comes around. So then when this shit happened, oh, he friend from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Corey Edwards, another Southside Crip friend of Keefe's, also confirmed these connections.
Zip's from New York. Okay. He might be involved in the music industry, or?
Well, I know he knows Puffy and all that.
He does know Puffy. Yeah, and he knows Biggie.
Yeah, he knows Mike Tyson now, you know.
And Keefe D knows Zip also.
Yeah.
Death Row insider Henry Hendog Smith also told police that he had heard that Bad Boy used Southside Crips as security and that Keefe D was the main contact between Bad Boy Records and the Crips.
Do you think they tried to hire whoever the enemy of Shook?
Exactly. I think that these guys probably went to Puffy and them and said that they can really, they can take care of the situation.
Keefe D began to fill in the backstory of his association with Puffy Combs. He told us that he had met Puffy in 1993 through a mutual friend, a guy named Eric Zip Martin, who was a New York-based drug dealer. Keefe D began by telling us that on the day that Biggie was killed, Puffy had invited him to the vibe party at the Peterson Auto Museum after they had attended a celebrity basketball tournament earlier in the day. So Keefe and some members of his crew attended the party. This claim was backed by Keefe's friend, Corey Edwards.
But you did have some friends that did go to the vibe party.
Yeah, I heard some friends of mine was there.
And who was that?
Like I said, I heard Keefe and Wynn that was at the party.
Keefe who?
Keefe D.
Keefe D.
While inside the party, Keefe said that he had approached Biggie and Puffy's table.
Did you see Biggie there or Puffy there? Did you know Puffy comes this?
Yeah, I know what
Okay. Did you see them party?
Yeah, I seen both of them.
Did you talk a little? Yeah, what did you guys talk about? I mean, you met before, right?
He just said, how you doing? Yeah, you know.
Little Cease confirmed that he had seen Keefe D and several of the other Southside Crips at the Peterson. He sees them walking up towards Biggie when the security intervenes, but Biggie waves them off saying, hey, I know these guys, they're cool, specifically Keefe D, let him through.
Where did these guys from Compton approach you and ask you for, that you wanted to provide security?
Did I want security at that place.
At the party?
Yeah.
At the museum?
Yeah.
Okay, did he approach Big?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him? About what?
He didn't talk to him, but he came and set us up with Big though.
Oh yeah?
Because he walked over there with me when we did it.
What was Big response?
So what's up? Smack hands. So what's up?
Puffy's bodyguard, Eugene Deal, had also confirmed that the guys who he referred to as the guys from Compton had approached them at the party.
So we're sitting around, they'll leave the party. You know, the guys from Compton are still in there. They come over.
What they say? Did they come over and speak to you guys?
Yeah.
Speak to Puffy and
I
Big?
speak to them just like, yo, what's up, what's happening? Yo, y'all want some? Nah, you know, like that. Y'all want some of this bottle? Like that. Nah, you know. All right, man, cool. You know, like that.
This, among other things, establishes what Keefe D is already telling us, is that he knows these guys on a personal level and can approach them at any time. Keefe offers Combs extra security at that point, but Combs rejects, telling Keefe, hey, the feds are all over me, obviously not wanting to be seen publicly with these gang members.
He said the FBI is all over me, man. I don't want you guys catching my heat. Stay away from me.
Who's that?
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Combs said FBI is all over me?
Yes.
And a short time later, Biggie is killed while driving away from the party.
At this point in the conversation, Keefe D looks squarely at us and says, that wasn't us. He knows that we think that he's potentially involved in the Biggie Smalls murder. So when he says that wasn't us, it begs the question, well then what was? At this point, we concluded that Keefe D's big bargaining chip was Tupac, not Biggie. People had always suspected that the murders of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls were connected, but now we were certain of it. With Keefe D's confession, we knew that if we could solve one murder, we would likely be able to solve the other. Bolstering Keefe D's claim was an informant in 1997 who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac, and that the Crip who was jumped at the MGM was in the group that had done the hit, and that they originally were going to do it at Suge's Vegas nightclub, but then decided to do it right away instead of waiting. This was exactly the same story that Keefe D told us a decade later. After Tupac was shot, the New Yorkers went home and told Puffy's bodyguard Eugene Deal exactly what had happened in Las Vegas. In his police interview, he got all the details right.
It was Zip, Daddy, and some other people I know from New York. They were in Vegas the night Pop got killed. You know what I'm saying? They're around the same Crips that rolled with us to Vegas that time. And Pac seen them. And Pac stepped to them and said, those are those mark-ass niggas that be fucking with them niggas from New York. That's what was said.
Now, were you there for this?
No, I wasn't there for this.
You were told this?
I was told. That's why I say it was strictly hearsay. And one of the kids had ripped off one of Pac and them friends, you know, a long time ago or something like that. You know, like I said, a fight group broke out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that incident happened. And one of the kids called his uncle, who was a head, one of the head guys in Compton and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, Pac gets shot up.
Keefe D claims that after returning to LA following Tupac's murder, he met with Zip at a hot wings spot near Hollywood.
Okay, so you get back to LA the next day, Zip calls you, says, meet me at the hot wing place we're at.
Picture my piece.
Melrose and Marin. You guys go over there, Zip shows up, you guys, what happens after? What's the conversation with you and Zip?
Paul kept on calling, was that us? That us? And he told me, yeah, it was us. Fade called him. Ooh. I said, we go get our little money. I said, all right, I'm gonna go back out there. Ooh.
Okay, so Puff called Zip and said, was that us? Faith called Zip and said, was that us?
Would you talk to Puff too? Yeah.
When you're at the hot wing place talking to Zip,
Puff, he calls. Yeah.
On Zip's phone or your phone?
Oh, Zip phone.
And Zip gives you the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zip was saying, was that us? Zip was like, yeah, that's us.
What's his response?
He was happy as hell, shit.
And did you ask him then about his money? About your money, I mean? When you gonna get paid or whatever?
No, I say that on the phone. Zip go get our cash.
Okay, so you tell Zip we need to get paid. What does Zip say? I'm gonna go back home and have it?
Yeah, I'll get back with them. Yeah.
Approximately 6 weeks later, Keefe D hasn't been paid yet, so he meets with Zip to ask about the money. Zip tells him that he hasn't received the money from Puffy yet. Since you've been out of prison, have you talked to Zip?
Not one time.
And then what about Puffy?
Not one time.
Okay.
I tried to call him several times though. That little daddy out shit.
You left messages?
Hell yeah.
Keefe D claimed to have run into an associate of Puffy's named Darius D. Mac Rogers. According to Keefe, D. Mac claimed that Puffy had given Zip $500,000, but that Zip had never forwarded that money to Keefe.
I'm like, man, call your boy. He like, man, what's that still, man? Where's Zip behind that shit? Zip got that money. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, man, dude gave Zip the money.
Puffy and Zip fall out, right?
Fine, him making the payments to Zip.
Zip keep the money.
Zip kept the money from us, bro.
And he didn't give it to them and then Big got killed.
Yeah, all that.
Was Biggie ever involved in any of these conversations about hitting Tupac?
Okay.
It was always just Puff and Zip.
Yeah.
You think he knew about it or he was just like, whatever, he's doing his own thing?
He was like doing his own thing. Last guy that kept him kind of
out the window.
Yeah.
So this is all Puffy's doing?
Yeah. I think if he would have just gave us half the money, you know what I'm saying? I would stay strong.
Okay, so what do you all think about that? And I know the music was a little distracting, but I had to edit that. Okay? Mr. Mystical Black Ram said, wow, telling. Yeah, absolutely. Diddy's name is all over this, okay? His name is all over this. And the journalist, Chuck Phillips, whom I was telling you all about, now he's deceased after Dwayne Keefe D. Davis is arrested. Well, he was always naming Puffy, okay, as the culprit. And in fact, when they said that he had fake receipts, those FBI documents were fake. When they said that, the things that were in the documents lined up with everything Chuck Phillips had already been saying. Please pay attention, because he'd already spoken to witnesses, and the witnesses were telling him that it was Puffy or Diddy. Okay, so I find it all very interesting, just a whole bunch of lies. And Diddy's going down one way or another. But here's the thing. Let's talk about these lyrics. Let's talk about these lyrics, because Diddy should be facing charges just like Young Thug is. All right? Please pay attention. Now, I'm not going to play the song because I don't want any problems with ScrewTube. But this is a song recorded by Black Rob featuring Mark Curry. We all know who Mark Curry is, former bad boy writer and all of that. And he was the one who said that Diddy was sliding stuff in people's drinks and all of that and telling the artists to drink out of the other bottles and all of this. So it's featuring Mark Curry and Mario Winans. Okay? So with that all being said, I'm going to read you Diddy's lines. And Diddy's doing like background vocals, like talking, in the background. So the first thing Diddy says is, F with me, I'll drop $1 million on your head. Now I find that very interesting, since Dwayne Keefe D. Davis and others have alleged that Diddy put out $1 million hit on Tupac. And as you can see from the video we just watched, they said that he allegedly gave Zip $500,000, okay, as a down payment, which he allegedly never gave to Keefe D. So F with me, I'll put $1 million on your head, erase your whole family. Then he goes on to say, talk is cheap. Bad boys move in silence. You ain't even gonna hear me coming. Then he laughs and says, you just gonna wake up with a bunch of angels flying around your head. You feel me? You dealing with another type of MFer. Please pay attention. Then he says, get the F out of Dodge. This our game right here. We ain't playing with you weak ninjas. Come on, man. Been doing this for too long, man. You ain't got the muscle. Better have the hustle. It's 1999. Man, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I've been nice too long. Just gonna start making y'all ninjas disappear, man. First, I'ma take your records off the radio. Then I'ma MF and erase your social security number. You know, I'ma take your birth certificate out of the files. I'ma do that to your whole family. You understand? No more Mr. Nice Guy. You ain't got the muscle. You better have the hustle. Keep your MF and mouth shut, biatch. That's what he said. I'm sorry, sounds very reminiscent of what we've always been hearing. What do you all think? What do you all think? Because I have a whole lot of questions. Okay, that's what he said in a song. And the name of the song, you can go listen to it. It's on YouTube. The name of the song is Muscle Game. And you know what muscle means in slang? When somebody says they have the muscle, they're talking about they got like the bodyguards, the power. They got the, the people that can mess you up. That's what they call it, the muscle. All right, so I'm just telling y'all, Diddy's out here like a whole mob boss as far as I'm concerned, allegedly. That's what he said. Now, since they want to lock rappers up for lyrics, why don't they start with him? Murder was the case they should give, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? And there was some stuff that Black Rob was saying also. I didn't get into all of that, but I just specifically wanted you all to hear Diddy's verse. I wouldn't go right down the whole song. But nonetheless, oh, so crazy. And so let's get into it. Because now, hold on, let me make sure I'm playing these videos in order. So, Diddy was denying that he knew Dwayne Keefe D. Davis and also Zip, according to some sources. And so I told you all that Vlad had TK Kirkland on his show asking him about that. And TK was giving the answers. And so let's hear what he had to say. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Did Eric Von Zip ever tell you that he knew Keefe? Or have you ever seen the two of them together?
We've all been together.
Okay, so Eric Von Zip and Keefe 100% know each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you've just made that connection official.
Yeah, we all know each other.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay, no,
yeah.
I feel you. And Eric Von Zip, for everyone who's like, oh, he's snitching on Eric. No, Eric has passed away.
Yeah, it's not even snitching. It's just that we hung out. Like I don't know what happened after we hung out with their situation, but we all know each other. Like it's no secret.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no secret.
So Keefe saying that he was associating with Eric Von Zip, that's 100% true.
I heard that story, yes.
That's 100% true. You have personally seen them together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever seen Eric Von Zip and Puffy together?
They used to hang together all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Keefe D and Puffy together?
No, never.
No. Okay.
Never.
Got it.
Okay. So you heard that. All right. Diddy is a coward. You paying people to do your dirty work. John Ford said then he kills Black Rob. Allegedly. Okay. So moving right along. Now I'm going to play a few clips of Tupac speaking. And this first clip I'm going to play is when he was 17 years old. Not just really one, those of you who don't know, to know and understand how smart and intelligent Tupac always was, even as a child. Please pay attention.
You know those little things they have for the mice, where they go through around a circle, there's little blocks for it and everything? Well, society is like that. They'll let you go as far as you want, But as soon as you start asking too many questions and you're ready to change, boom, their block will come. And for me, and I hope this doesn't start anything, but for me, since living in a slummish area and I'm black, mines will come through being a statistic. You know, I'll get caught up in all of this, and one day I'll be with my friends and they'll go, let's go out party. We don't have a car. Let's steal a car. Forget it. You know, let's just borrow a car. We'll steal a car and I'll go to jail for 16 years and come out and be bitter. Knowing all of this, saying all of this, but be bitter, you know? And it should be, I mean, like the past elections, watching Jesse Jackson run and watching Dukakis run. Those two people, Jesse Jackson and Dukakis, two people who I thought were gonna, there it is. I said, all right, finally we're gonna get a better America. But what happened? Bush won. I couldn't believe it because every time I ask people, who would you have voted for? And everybody goes, Dukakis. But how did Bush win? I keep wondering. And then this makes me rebel more against society because it's supposed to represent the people. I don't want Bush in government. I spent 8 years of my 17 years on this earth under Republicans, under Ronald Reagan, under an ex-actor who lies to the people, who steals money, and who's done nothing at all for me. And I don't think Bush is a bad person or a bad president, because for the upper class, he's a perfect president. And that's how society is built. The upper class run it while we talk about it. I mean, the middle class and lower class, we talk about it. And for the working class, we're just lost. We're going through the motions. We're the worker bees. And they get to live like royalty. Even with children, their classes. Like, even at TAM, there's the lower Marin City class. There's the low white class, the lower white class. There's the middle class white class and the middle class black class. And there's the middle class, there's the upper class white and upper class black. And that's a shame that it has to be cut in so many pieces. Because it all boils down to this one piece of money that, how can, this is a big question, no one's there to answer it, and this is staggering. How can Reagan live in the White House, which has a lot of rooms, and there be homelessness? And he's talking about helping homelessness. This is what I mean about practicality. All right, if there's someone homeless in Washington, D.C., if there's homelessness, and he has the White House, which has 1,000 rooms, why can't he take some of them people off the street and put them in his White House? Because he doesn't want to get dirty. The White House would be a little tainted, and when his rich people from Jamaica and everything comes to see him, they'll be, oh, these people, you know, and that's dumb. He wants to build houses and everything. Let him stay in the White House. All those rooms are not being used. Then he'll have people from the streets to help him make with his ideas. I mean, these people that are homeless have done things. They haven't been homeless forever. They've done things in society. They've done things, they've had jobs before, and they've done things. They've worked hard. There should be an automatic. They get a house somewhere and live comfortably. There are things they can do, you know, and I think that's wrong. I think that's really bad.
Okay, I get sad every time I see that. But let me continue. This is a clip of Murd3r speaking on Pac's death.
When you was at the hospital, right, how was Tupac conditioned? Because you got so many conflicting stories, right? You got some people that say that, you know, Tupac was moving in the hospital. He was, you know, talking in the hospital. But you being there, from your point of view, how was Tupac conditioned?
By the time I got there, remember, I was coming from LA. So by the time I got there, he had tubes in his throat, in his nose, and his mouth. So he ain't talk to me, not verbally. He was conscious. He was trying to talk. He did want to talk, but he didn't actually verbalize any words. Always, you know, that's gonna be one of the biggest mysteries in my life, because he was trying to tell me something. He was trying so hard. He was shaking the bed. He was looking at me, you know, with his big old eyes, you know, and I know he was trying to tell me something, but I don't know.
Okay, so let's continue. Also, remember yesterday I was trying to tell you all what the specific conviction was for Tupac, because they kept saying it was grape, okay, without the G, but no, it wasn't. It was forcibly touching, okay? It was specifically, you know, and then they said it was 2 counts of sexual abuse, but specifically, it was forcibly touching buttocks, okay? Forcibly touching Ayanna Jackson's buttocks. That's what it was. And I'm going to play something about her shortly, too. So please pay attention.
Now, if we do want to live the thug life and the gangster life and all of that, okay, so stop being cowards and let's have a revolution. But we don't want to do that. Dudes just want to live a character. They want to be cartoons. But if they really wanted to do something, they was that tough. All right, let's start our own country. Let's start a revolution. Let's get out of here. Let's do something. But they don't want to do that. They want to pimp our communities and portray this image that they know we all can't survive and make it. How can these people be talking about how they so real and they don't care about our communities? How can they be talking about what they, all this, you know, the hood, blah, 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 blah. They don't care about our communities. You know what I mean? Listen to the words that people say in their lyrics and tell me if that's some real, if that's real to you. You know what I mean? Listen to what they saying. Don't just bob your head to the beat. Peep the game.
Exactly. And what he said still rings true today. People still doing the same old BS. Black people, that is. Okay, so let me go to the next video. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
I put this on everything I love, on everything I love. When I was in Atlanta, I was pulled over at the gas station. Some dudes from New York pulled over next to me and told me the girl's name. They said, I know the girl that did it. They told me her name and where she's from, say she's scandalous. I can't go on TV talking about this girl is because that's what they want me to do. They want me to get on TV and talk about my black sister is a hoe and she's a bitch and she a money grubber. I ain't fit to say that. I don't have to do that to show that I'm innocent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not guilty. People should look me in my eyes. They should look me in my eyes. And anybody that thinks I've committed that rape should go get Brenda's Got a Baby and keep your head up and listen to him. I put this on.
Okay, so he was talking about Ayanna Jackson, clearly the woman who accused him of the assault. Whom it was always apparent to me that she was lying and the whole thing was a setup. But anyway, this is Eminem's lyrics where he basically accuses Diddy of having something to do with Tupac, with his murder.
Eminem said Diddy deleted Tupac, and the rap world couldn't believe what happened next. Eminem dropped the Machine Gun Kelly diss track Kill Shot, and fans went insane. But one line about Diddy in particular got fans riled up more than anything about MGK. Eminem rapped the verse, but this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kells, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Tupac killed. Fans couldn't comprehend Eminem was calling out Diddy for ordering Tupac's unaliving. Tupac's deletion happened in Las Vegas 27 years ago and remains unsolved to this day. But even though Eminem's accusations were bold, he ended the track saying, "I'm just playing Diddy, you know I love you." But Diddy responded and shocked fans with what he said. Diddy picked up the phone and called his friend Joe Budden to spill the tea. He said the war with Eminem was over because it was in his hands now and he'd put an end to it. But Joe was worried about Diddy. But Diddy insisted Eminem was just wild and there was nothing more to say about it. Eminem said Diddy
Okay, so Eminem called him out too. At the end of the day, listen, I think everybody pretty much knows who's behind Tupac's murder, okay? How come he hasn't been arrested is my question. And quite frankly, it's annoying that he's gotten away with all of these crimes, allegedly, all of these alleged crimes for all these years and decades. If he'd been arrested and convicted of Tupac's murder in the first place, as I believe he absolutely should have been, he wouldn't have been around to commit all these other things of which he is now accused. Please pay attention. Now, tomorrow we're going to get more into his SA cases. Okay, I have some more information on that. So with that all being said, moving right along.
Cancellation of Diddy.
I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you all what this is. Okay, so listen. Do you guys remember, how many of you remember me telling you, and this has nothing to do with Tupac's murder, but how many of you remember me telling you, because I have been looking and looking for this video, where this guy, remember I told you guys about the white guy who said that he was at a party that Diddy was at and he went into the wrong door and he saw Diddy in there sipping Hennessy and they were sharing a glass, him and two other men? Do y'all remember me telling you all that? Once in the chat, if you remember that story. You son said a blind man can see. Absolutely. Nancy S remembers, okay? So with that all being said, this young man is now a content creator. Who knew? Okay, so that's how I happened upon this video. It was posted by the Jasmine brand, and I found out he's a content creator. But also pay attention to what he says at the end of the day. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
Cancellation of Diddy. You know, Diddy got canceled
because of Cassie. She took it back though.
I know, but like it's unclear. But this was something I've been talking about for years because it's like now a documented thing that I saw him like at a party in Miami. Like I was at a party in Miami that I should not have been at, like some real black excellence shit that I was not deserving to be at, but I went with the DJ.
Yeah.
And I took ecstasy and I ended up wandering around. We're in some mansion on Star Island and I end up walking, I guess it was his mansion. And it's all like just hot. It's all hot black people.
Yeah.
And then just like one moron with an afro. And everyone's like,
right, when you had an afro.
They're like, whose man is this? Yeah. But I came in and I basically saw him. I walked in a room I shouldn't have walked into and I saw him like hooking up with a dude. Basically, like full spooning situation. This guy, Felix the House Cat, who's like a producer. Whatever. I then told the story on a podcast and then his people called me and were like, you need to say you were joking. Like say you're a funny guy and like you made it up for the views. And I was like, but I did not. I saw it. And he saw me when I came in.
Were you like a little scared?
Yes. Because everyone in the room like stopped because I opened the door and was like, is this the bathroom? And everyone was like, no, this is a room where like celebrities, like male celebrities hook up. It's like some glitterati shit.
Yeah.
And then he basically had people call me and like threaten me and like tell me that if I didn't take it back and say I was joking.
And you still didn't take it back?
No.
Why?
And then I talked about it on Hot 97 and they wouldn't air it. Ebro, who does the morning show on Hot 97, so Hot 97 always kept me on a pre-record because they were like, what are you going to say?
Yeah.
They would never let me do a live interview. And I told the story, and then afterwards he was like, I'm not going to run this interview because like Diddy's insane and he blew up Kid Cudi's car and all this shit.
I feel like you did that on purpose. Like you wanted to see what he'd do to you.
No, I wanted to get killed. I did it. But now everyone just found out that he like blows up people's. Kid Cudi finally told the story.
Oh,
I've been saying this for years. I've been like, yo,
Kid Cudi is cute, right?
Okay, yeah. Like, yeah.
No, like he seems like a good guy.
Yeah. He's the original, like sort of like he kind of invented like anxiety depressed rap.
Yeah.
Because no one like was doing that. And then he was like, I'm sad and like on like medication.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like
Logic did it.
A lot of people like started being like, I'm sad and like but he was the first one to be like, I'm on Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
But I've been talking about this Diddy shit for years and now it's like out there.
He has been telling it for years because I heard that about probably 10 years ago at least. Okay, so he has been saying that for years. And here's the thing. Diddy and his people called him and tried to get him to recant and act like it was a joke because he didn't want that getting out, of course. And then the guy also said in the original video when he was talking about it, he said that he went to a video shoot for someone and he saw Diddy there and Diddy saw him and they locked eyes and he said he was real nervous. But here's the thing. If you're wondering why that guy didn't come up missing or deleted, well, his last name is Ostrovsky. Okay, so I think we know what group of people he belongs to. Yeah, that's why Diddy had them to ask him. Okay, then they tried to make a few threats, but they didn't follow through with any of them. Okay, please pay attention. So with that all being said, let's continue. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
A lot of people have an image about you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like them to know about you in 1996, Tupac now?
That I'm a Gemini. Me being a Gemini, I am the classic case of a Gemini. You know what I mean?
No, what does that mean?
It means that I'm quiet, I could be calm, quiet, and very into my work, and totally focused and totally disciplined, and boring. You know what I mean? Or I could be fun, but dangerous. Not only to other people, but to myself. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like a kid in a candy store. All of this is new. I'm 25, you know what I mean? And it's like, got cash, everything you dreamed of, and they've held me back in so many other circumstances that now it's your time to go, and it's kind of hard, difficult to keep yourself from just pressing the gas down all the way. Basically just taking my time and thinking and analyzing situations and trying to think before I do things. I'm very passionate Gemini, you know, me and Prince. Why would you make
something like that up, though?
Why would she make something like that up? Because hell have no fury like a woman scorned. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of a lot of things. I'm guilty probably of being a male chauvinist pig. I'm guilty of probably not caring as much as I should. I'm guilty of not spending enough time with people like I should. But I'm not guilty of rape. Just because I don't want to be with that girl don't mean that she has the right to say that I did all of these things that I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Just because, I mean, of course I can't spend my life with all the girls that I spend time with. But I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? That's not a crime for me to be promiscuous. It's not a crime for me to be with any girl I want to be with. It's a crime for that girl to turn that into a rape charge.
Gets captured taking a picture in front of a Tupac mural. Why in the hell? This is common sense, man. This ain't no damn rocket science stuff, man. This is common sense. You ain't got to go to school for this. This common sense. Why in the hell would somebody take a picture in front of a mural of the person that they accused of violating them? Of violating them in the most personal sense. Why would somebody do that? Why would a victim do that? No, a victim would not do that. But somebody who is a liar, somebody who has malicious and criminal intent, they would. A few days ago.
Okay, so why was she taking a picture in front of a mural of Tupac if he assaulted her? Okay, please pay attention. Webby said Tupac stood on business and then folks didn't like it. Exactly. Okay, so since we have a few minutes left before the next live starts, I'm going to play to you some more of the audio from the Ed Gordon interview that Tupac did. And I saw this lady who was intrigued with Tupac. Growing up, she was told bad things about him. It's a white lady. And she said that she was, heard bad things about him or whatever. And then now she's trying to learn more about him. So she was listening to this, she was watching the interview he did with Ed Gordon. And so I'm going to play this. It's not the whole video. It's just some excerpts. Okay. And I'm choosing her video for the simple fact that she has the parts that I wanted to actually hear.
Articulate, even though that's not, I mean, he's definitely articulate, but that's not a surprise. But he's still so hopeful and real so far from what I've seen. And the questions he's being asked are perfect. They're so far, they're really good questions. And when I'm going to come across as super ignorant here. But I never thought about the ghetto from that perspective, that y'all are just as scared as everybody else. And why wouldn't I have thought that? That's ridiculous. I tell you, if nothing else, this journey is blowing my mind. Let's go.
Nowhere else. What would a Vietnam vet be like without a sergeant, without any backup, without any other soldiers, nobody but a Vietnam vet in Vietnam? When he came home, how would he be? And that's me. I had to go through all that street war, everything, the same drugs that everybody else get turned out on. Where I would have been stopped shorted, I made it past. And here's where I am. But because I made it past, I missed some lessons. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the lessons that I missed when you talk to me. You can see where I haven't had a father when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. There's words that come from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But to me, these were my role models.
How much of that, though, in terms of growing up without a father, sometimes not being with your mother, do you lament on and look back and say, damn, I missed something big.
Everything. I know for a fact that had I had a father, had I had somebody, and I hate saying this because white people love hearing black people talk about this, but had I had a father, had I had some of these opportunities, I'd have been able to help my mother more. She wouldn't have went the road she went. I could have been a better son. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have went that road. It was the absence of my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with him being daddy not being there. My mother's dealing with him being my man not being there. You know, so many problems in our community that affect everything. So by me not having that, I ain't never want to hear nothing about no kind of relationships between a black man and a black woman. I knew they didn't work. Because as far as I knew, my daddy was the coolest dude out there. And my mama was a Panther. So if they didn't work, it don't work. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And going out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like watching my mother just go through changes and everything. It's like my mother's my partner. She's a soldier. You know, she's a soldier like I'm a soldier. You know, and I watched the game that she went through. If I would have went the same way my mother went, had not she did her route and showed me where it went wrong with her. My mother always told me, don't you ever just volunteer yourself to our people because they'll use you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? She also told me to follow my heart and for me to be the leader.
But it's interesting to see just the change in your face, your reaction, your thought process.
That's all I ever wanted to do. Ask my mama. I wanted to go to college. I went to school all the way and was ready to go to college. The only thing that stopped me was money. The time all the kids in my school was writing applications to go to college, I didn't have no lights and no electricity. And that ain't my mama's fault. You know what I'm saying? So when I think back to that, I'm not thugging for me. I'm thugging for my family. I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? I feed my whole family. Wrong or right, I do. And I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? And if thugging is going to make me $1 million, because it just got me platinum, and that's what I got to do constantly. And if it makes me feel, because right now, I feel satisfied. I don't feel like I've ever embarrassed myself or my people, you know, in nothing that I've done. And yet, no, I got the whole world fearing me. You know what I'm saying? At 23, weighing 160 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even started. I haven't even rolled my plan out yet, and they scared. I got the vice president know who I am, the president, every cop in every city, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't even started working out a plan. I have something to offer to business that hasn't been shown before. You know, I have a whole energy that represents not just black youth, but white youth, Mexican youth, you know what I'm saying? That change right before you go from being 18 and unresponsible to when you go to being like 21, 22, and the whole world's on your shoulders. I believe strongly that my audience empathize with me because I show that side. I show that emotion raw, uncut, good and bad. And so I think I can bring that more funnel, more directed into screenplays, more albums, producing, managing. You know what I'm saying? If I can figure out just how to control it, I can use it on a lot of different levels. I trip off because it happens out of nothing. It just goes, you know, everybody just be screaming and acting. I just trip. I get uncomfortable, and it's like similar to a deer being caught in the headlights. I just freeze, you know, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be what they want me to be, or if I should make them hate me so they can stop. You know, like say something mean so they can just stop. But I'm just like caught in the middle of it because you can't. I mean, no one can do that. Police can't do that. They can't stand in front of all those people and control them with a gun and mace and all that. So me with just words, it's like a battle to find the right words to say at the right time.
I'm curious when you think about the idea that you do have that kind of control over so many people. In one sense, the whole idea of being a role model comes up in the imagery. And a lot of people who know you, and I talked to them beforehand, suggested that, hey, you know, when you meet him, he's going to be something entirely different than you imagined and what the media is portraying him. What about that idea that you have been portrayed? And sometimes, I mean, to be honest, you like the portrayal of you just hard.
That's right. That's right.
Don't step on me.
That's right.
You're in trouble.
That's right.
Yet there's another side to you too. What about that idea that you've got to be able to figure out where you're going?
To me, it's like it is my sensitive side that likes to blow up the hard side. Because if my image or my reputation can stop a confrontation before it happens, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is day to day. It's a constant man ego check going on in this street, in this world. So part of that is just like, you know, that's my resume. But as far as the media, they look at it something different. They don't care about my resume. They don't care about me not getting in trouble. It's just another story, you know, and it's a real story. They don't have to pay for it, and they're going to milk it for all it's worth. As far as people, they want me, when they first see me, to humble myself. They want me to be like this and just because they're scared of me. But I don't feel like that's my job, to humble myself, to show you that I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat unless you're a threat to me. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, when you meet Pac, he's different than he is, because when somebody one-on-one, anybody one-on-one, I believe, honestly, that I can talk. I believe that I have the ability to reason. I have logic. I have compassion. I have understanding. If we talk, there's no problems. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happens. People use what they heard in the media, and that's how they come at me. And then, you know, we got a clash.
One of the things that you read in the media is that you're angry, that you personify your generation, that you just got some angry folks out there, and you're one of them. I'll put it to you. Are you angry? Are you angry with what you see society is about?
Yeah, I'm extremely angry, confused. You know, a lot of the times I sat up in court, I couldn't defend myself. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like the things they were saying about me were beyond my comprehension, or the things that I could say weren't going to help my case. But because it's like being exiled, you know, from society, and that's how I feel. And this whole the anger comes from, I'm tired of waiting for my past to get to society. All I ever wanted to do was make me and everybody around me feel more comfortable about where we were. You know what I'm saying? About the places that we stayed. This is our home base. Let's build it up. Let's be happy about where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to assimilate and get a pass key to where they at. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that everything needs to be separate, but we got to find pride in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And once you get the pride, like damn near 2 seconds after the pride comes anger from being held like that for so long.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there, beloveds. And yes, of course, he was angry. And as I've told you before, in the Bible, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Okay, please pay attention. And they're always talking about black people angry. Well, we have every right to be. Okay, and so with that all being said, everyone, please like and share this video. Thank you for tuning in again. And don't forget that the next live starts at 11:20. So that's 2 minutes from now. Okay, starting immediately after. All right. So, and listen, we're going to talk about that homeless man, what the police did to him. I told you all about this last week that I was going to talk about it, but I didn't. And the reason I didn't is because I actually forgot that I didn't edit the video. But also after that, I forgot about the story because I've been doing so much. So we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about a man who had a fate similar to Breonna Taylor's. And we're going to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because she really needs to sit down, okay? And Rick Ross out here flossing. So make sure you tune in for the next broadcast. Until next time, beloveds, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit 'em with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got